Now available for the first time in paperback. Stop Simping in the Workplace. Men, learn what you need to know in order to protect your job from workplace predators with Stop Simping in the Workplace. Available in paperback at online booksellers everywhere. When it comes down to these allegations of sexual harassment and sexual assault that many women of the Me Too and Time's Up movement are making as they try to impose gynocentric Jim Crow on men in the workplace, more and more men are responding by going MGTOW in the workplace. And I saw an indication to that in an article posted in a Facebook group in response to one of my videos. And this article from a Dallas television network states that Office romances are at an all-time low. And I believe that office romances are at an all-time low because when it comes down to men, men don't want to put their careers at risk by having a interaction with a female that can lead to allegations of sexual harassment and sexual assault. And the reason why men are going MGTOW in the workplace is because they know they're the only ones who can take care of themselves and they're the only ones who can provide for themselves. And because men are the only persons who can provide for themselves, they are now establishing a hard boundary between themselves and the women that they interact with in the workplace. Because when it comes down to most women in the workplace, their job is not their primary source of income. When it comes down to females, they usually have two or three sources of income. And those two or three sources of income can include a boyfriend, parents, or other family members, or side jobs that they have in addition to this job that they have at this business. So when it comes down to females, they have those other additional sources of income, but they also have a safety net of government programs, churches, and nonprofits to help them get back on their feet. Men, on the other hand, if they lose their career to a sexual harassment or a sexual assault allegation, they are next to done. And the reason why they're next to done is because there are no support systems. Moreover, what happens when a man is accused of sexual harassment and sexual assault in the workplace is that that man now has a mark on him, and most companies will not hire him because they consider him to be a liability to their organization if they brought him on. They fear that they could be sued due to a sexual harassment allegation based by a woman. And in these days of Me Too and Time's Up, that's just not worth the risk because most of these cases of Me Too and Time's Up, most of these females do not even take these men to court to get due process under the law. All they do is make an allegation against a man, and then because many companies are run by people afraid of risk, what they do instead of standing by that man is what they do is just fire him out of fear of getting sued. So most men now understand the whole situation regarding the workplace, and instead of them emotionally reacting, they are responding by implementing the MGTOW philosophy in the workplace. And the MGTOW philosophy, again, is just establishing a hard boundary between a man and the women he interacts with in the workplace, minimizing all communications related to work and work-related tasks, and maintaining professional distance. And it is also making sure that you are never in a compromising situation with a female where it can lead to a he said, she said situation. And that means not being alone with a female in a break room, not being alone with a female in an office, and if you have to communicate with a female, making sure that there is somebody there to witness it, or making sure that you have some sort of recording device on so that your words can be recorded and made an official record so that she cannot go into a he said, she said situation. And this is all part of a man's strategy to go MGTOW in the workplace because, again, he is the only person who can provide for himself, and if he loses his way to making a living due to the allegations of a female, then he is the one who is going to suffer at the end of the day. And what I'm seeing with this decline in office romances is that men are adapting to things in the workplace. And because they are adapting, they are cutting off many women's chances at office romance or a possible chance at getting access to a man's resources. Because there are quite a few women who enter the workforce not to have a career, but to try to find a rich man or a man of means who will be able to take care of them. And they go looking for men who are executives and managers to have office romances with. And now that we have this era of Me Too and Time's Up, most of those men now are implementing MGTOW philosophies in the workplace, and they're establishing that hard boundary between themselves and the women they interact with because they just don't want to put their livelihoods at risk. And for every action, there is an equal and opposite reaction. And when women make allegations of sexual harassment and sexual assault against men in the workplace, other men make responses to that action by adopting a new strategy. And what I'm seeing from men in the workplace is that more and more men are going MGTOW in the workplace based on this article and many other things I have heard online and read in other articles. They are laying out a strategy to respond to most of these women in the workplace by establishing a wall of silence between themselves and these females. And the reason why they're doing that again is because they see that the situation is hostile, and they see attempts to try to implement gynocentric Jim Crow, where they try to place men in a second class position in society. So most men are adapting by adopting MGTOW philosophies, and they're learning more about MGTOW philosophies now that many have taken the red pill. They're going to different MGTOW channels to learn more about female nature, and they're learning more about female behavior so that they can protect themselves from female behavior. And the workplace has become a place where men have to do this because this is all about a man's survival. Again, a man is the only person who can take care of himself, and he is the only one who will look out for his needs. Most of these females, if they leave this job tomorrow, will have a series of beta male simps or beta male orbiters looking to take care of her. And moreover, she'll have government programs, churches, and nonprofits looking to help her out. And she'll always have a safety net. Men, on the other hand, have no safety net but themselves. So they have no choice other than to go MGTOW in the workplace. And we're going to see more and more men going MGTOW in the workplace because they look at the situation and they see this whole Me Too and Time's Up movement, and their response is to have no interactions at all with most women unless it's work related, and to keep their professional distance in the workplace and protect themselves from females who are looking to make these allegations in the hopes of making a payday at the company's expense in an out of court settlement where a man can wind up losing everything while she winds up cashing out on an out of court settlement. So this is why I'm seeing more and more men going MGTOW in the workplace, and this is why office romances may be a thing of the past and something that relegated to ancient history sooner rather than later. If you want to learn more about how to lay out a MGTOW philosophy in the workplace, I urge you to pick up my ebook, Stop Simping in the Workplace, by clicking the link to Amazon.com. And if you want to see me make more men's issues videos like this, you can donate to my Patreon by clicking the link in the description box. That's all I have to say for this video. You can comment, rate, and subscribe.